Welcome back to the Holla podcast. I'm your host, Tajari Green, and today we are having a sit down with somebody who is doing great things. We have the executive producer of Sounds on the Yard, Kyla Chandler, in the building.
Hello,
Kyla, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, no problem. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So I just have a couple of questions about your internship that you previously was taking. So just tell me first about your internship and what was your responsibilities.
Okay. So I had an internship with WSAV, and I worked with their digital marketing team. And during the internship, I worked with building podcasts and learning the works of making a podcast and how they utilize doing podcasts in the newsroom. So with storytelling, they had me pick my own story, so I made sure it was centered around Savannah State. Okay. And we did homecoming. So I worked with a group of interns, and we did homecoming pre-episode, and we had to find people to interview. We interviewed Mr. Savannah State. Okay. And we sat down with him, talked all things homecoming, and then we got to experience homecoming, had a media pass. Thank you. And then we talked about the events and kind of how do we feel about this homecoming versus last year homecoming.
Okay. I think I might have seen the Mr. Savannah. That was
because it's going to be on their app. They have a CT app coming out.
I heard of it. I was also an internship with them as well, so I heard about it. But tell me, so how did you land this internship?
Networking through the school. Honestly, Dr. Trammell and Professor Martin, they know that I want to do storytelling when it comes to kind of in the mix of podcasting in a sense. I don't want to do podcasting, but they knew that I'm kind of open to anything. So they helped me. They reached out to Connor. Connor needed people, so they reached out, told him that I would be somebody that would be interested, and then from there, had a meeting with Connor, and then worked at WSAB.
And so what was the best part about this internship?
I love recording. Yeah. So I love when we got to be in the podcast room. Their podcast room is beautiful. Yeah. The whole setup.
Yeah, I've been in there.
It's really nice.
It is nice.
So getting to work with them and just learning the works of just a podcast in general, because I've never done a podcast until working with WSAB. So it was really cool.
Okay. And so what would you say is the number one thing that you learned?
How to do a podcast and learning a lot. There's a lot of prior planning before just even doing a podcast. Yeah. You have to do your research. You need talking points. I always assume you could just make a little list, but if you don't have a whole talking point, you're gonna go off script, and it's gonna sound like it's everywhere.
Yeah, trust me. I understand. So now tell me, what was the most challenging part?
Getting people to interview and have responding back. Because before we decided on Mr. Savannah State, we had an alum we wanted to do, but she didn't. She didn't fall through. She said yes, but we didn't see her. We didn't see her. So then we had to come up with a backup plan quick, because especially in the news station, you have to be timely. You don't want the podcast out before and after homecoming. No. Yeah, exactly. It needs to be a week before, so that was the only thing that was very difficult.
Yeah, I trust me, I understand everything you're talking about.
And also scheduling. So yes, we're interns with the podcast room, but there's other shows. So getting people to want to do the interview, we also have to make sure it fits in with the studio's time frame, scheduling people in. It worked out, yeah. It was you can't do that time actually. Reschedule.
Yeah, so just a lot of things that's not in your control per se. I understand. So, got a couple more here. Tell me, how did you manage a internship, classes, and social life, personal life?
Honestly, I always tell people this: you just have to make it work. I really don't. I kind of combined it all. Even the internship with WSAV, I used it to my advantage where I do Sounds on the Yard. So I now make it a collab. So now WSAV helps with Sounds on the Yard production. So all of my alums that will be doing interviews for Sounds on the Yard will be recorded in the podcast room at WSAV, which I'll use that content for my show, but they'll also use it to post and promote not only them, but also Sounds on the Yard. Okay. And it also helped me extend my internship with them, because now it's next semester too.
That's great, actually. I'm so happy for you,
Thank you.
Honest. So how many internships have you done?
I've only done 2. So I actually do both of them this semester. So I got WSAV, and then it's called ISA Will Entertainment, which that's online. All I do is, I used to do their posting, so I work with 3 publications: Upscale Magazine, XYL magazine, and then what's the other one? Inspire magazine. Okay. And I used to do their social media for them. Every day I'd post during my time and post like news. So you know how you see the Shade Room? I was them. I was that for them.
You was the Shade Room.
Yeah. So I was that for them. And then I also do journalism for them. So I would write stories of different news topics. I did one over Angel Reese when she this summer. Her scores were really good.
Okay.
So I did a story about her. I did one about Kalani because after she dropped Folded, she did a whole laundromat little thing where it was free for mothers.
Okay.
So yeah.
You know, Shade Room don't sleep, Kyla. So
I don't sleep. I'm always working.
All right. So tell me, could you see yourself working with either one of those?
I can see myself working with both, honestly. Because honestly, I love how I can be myself. I can use my creative mindset in both of those aspects.
Yeah. Okay.
And I love working, so I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's all that matters. So 2 more questions coming for you. What is your dream job?
My dream job? I wouldn't say, I don't have a dream job in a sense because I want to be all over. When it comes to music and entertainment, I want to do everything. I want to sit down, do interviews with different artists, different actors, but I also want to write about them.
Okay.
You know, and then I do want to have a little moment where I'm on the radio and y'all hear me a little bit. And then I also don't mind because having the internship with Icewell Entertainment, I love social media. This whole summer I learned how to do graphics. Beforehand, I did not know how to do graphics. I didn't know how to use Canva or Adobe InDesign. Photoshop, I did not know how to use it. But I had to like teach myself, like, nah, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn. Yeah. And which helped too with Sounds Like Yard, I have to do all the graphics because it's only a 3-person team.
Yeah.
So when there's 3 people and we all do a whole bunch of other stuff, we all have other internships and other responsibilities, I have to pick up the slack. So it kind of helps. I want to do it all, honestly. Yeah. I want to be one with like she there, she everywhere.
And everything. Yeah. So, okay, last question. What advice can you give someone looking to find an internship, and once they do, how do they obtain the internship?
I will first start with networking. I mean, yes, it's what you know, but it's who you know, in a sense. So look out. If you go, even Savannah State, check your email. If you go to Savannah State, check your email. Dr. Tramel's always sending different opportunities, different internships. We just previously went to Tyler Perry's studio.
We did.
And the alum that was there, I messaged him today asking, hey, can I shadow you? Take advantage of stuff like that. And then he's getting back to me about that because he went through all my pages to see exactly like, okay, she said she did this, but let me see what she really do. So take advantage, honestly. It's not every opportunity, you never know where it can land you. Honestly, that's the biggest thing I've done. Yeah. Taking every opportunity I can. Yeah, I agree. Especially the ones that fit with my degree and where I want to go, I've taken it. Yeah. You gotta put yourself out there. Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. Learn how to pitch yourself. Yeah. You never know who you're around. Tell them what you do. Yeah. And then if you don't do nothing, figure out what you can do to promote yourself in a sense. Because even with Sounds Like Art, that was just a thought. Literally, I was like, what can I do with music? What can I build? So I was like, let's do a show. I don't see a show on campus. And did it. You know, I think I was there for it. You were there, but you were there. Yeah, like, I was there, you know. So yeah, I agree. You know, you never know. The worst thing that can happen is no. Yes. Because you started Holla Back. So how did you start Holla Back? I just was always thinking to myself, like, I need to tell people the things that I be saying, because I say things, and then the next thing I know, I see it happen. So I'm like, man, if I would have commented on that, or if I would have did this, then I know. And then once I got here, that was my first thing on my mind, like, how do I start a show? And then I found Daryl Green, shout out to Daryl Green. I found Professor Martin, and, we started up. And the first show was February sometime. I love how you know exactly when you started. I know that's right. It was February 2024. So I feel like the biggest thing with people is they think it has to be perfect. When you start, it's not gonna be perfect. You've seen our first 2 episodes. Yeah. It was a lot of trials and errors versus now how Sounds Like Art is. And even we're getting on the last episode of the finale's coming up, and we're learning how to elevate it even more. I want to make it a multi-segment type of show. Yeah. I want to do news with music. I want to storytell. So you just have to do it. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, you just got to start. You want it to be perfect, but it's... Yeah, you just got to start. You just got to start, man. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And you keep building from there. So before we get up out of here, is there anything that I missed? Anything that you want to tell the viewers? That not really. Again, if you have a passion to do something, do it. Okay. Nobody, come on. You never know who you're going to meet, and nobody's going to make your dreams come true but you. Which way, for? Like, come on. Simple as that. All right. Well, you heard it here first, man.
So thank you for viewing. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm honored to even be here.
And this is Holla Back once again. I'm your host, Tajari Green. This is Kyla Chandler, and we'll holla back with y'all.
Holla back, y'all.